Caddo Mills is a one-horse town on Route 66. It's got one gas station, one grocery store, 6 churches, and one white Muslim, David.
Islam emphasizes a lot of the same ideals that this country was actually founded on. Ideals of individual rights for all people, equality under the law. I would say that being Muslim has helped me to better appreciate the values on which the country was founded, and I think to a certain extent the country has forgotten. At this point I couldn't actually even conceive of not being Muslim. I think it's kind of like the idea of thinking about, you know, not breathing. There's a lot of pressure to not convert to Islam. But on the other hand, there's always been an undercurrent in American popular culture of supporting the underdog or you know, not going with the herd. There's plenty of people still in this country that are willing to say, well, I believe this is true and I'm going to go with that, you know, and if anybody doesn't like it, well, nuts to them.
Like the other white converts, David actually thinks being Muslim makes him a better American. With his wife Najma and their 2 daughters, he's living his version of the American dream. But is it tough being the only Muslim family in town?
Do people look at us? Yeah, they do. It's so common now that I really hardly even notice it. We actually get stared at on all sides. When we're in the larger non-Muslim society, people stare at my wife or my daughter because they're wearing the hijab, and then they realize they're with that blonde white American guy. Well, what's up with that? So they, you know, instead of staring at them, they start staring at me, and then they start staring at all of us. And it kind of goes the other way in the Muslim community. You know, here's this blonde white guy, and you know, well, who's he? He's with her. Well, what's going on there? So we kind of get stared at from all sides, but most people are pretty polite about it. You know, they try not to stare. People out here, if anything, are more tolerant than the people in the city. The stereotype of the southern bigot is really pretty unfair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Since 9/11, mosques say they've seen more Americans convert to Islam than ever before.
I want to make sure before I go any further how serious we take 9/11, because 9/11 has turned into a blessing to the Muslim community. What has happened because of 9/11 is that people have gone out to actually buy a Quran. They want to actually start to understand Muslims and try to figure out why this behavior, why is this happening. People are learning more about Islam every day because of 9/11. And I don't think they're going into it to become Muslim because they like what they saw, but I think they want to understand what's going on, and as they do, they start to see the beauty of Islam.
Catherine converted after 9/11. In fact, she's only been a Muslim for 2 weeks. She had a privileged Texas upbringing, private schools and tennis lessons, and now works in PR.
I mean, it's a big change, you know. It's a change, and it will come step by step, and developing my spirituality will be the best. It will come when that will come.
Go ahead and get your water at your comfortable temperature. Wash your right hand first 3 times.
I'll take this off.
Yeah.
Gotta take your jewelry off so it can all the water can get all areas. Okay.
Right hand first 3 times. Between your fingers as well.
Catherine has signed up for Islam, but has she read the small print? Coaching her through the basics is Nadia from the mosque. Lesson 1, washing before prayer.
In Islam, it is important for a Muslim to help guide other Muslims in the right path. And women in the mosque will go up to you and you know, tell you, you need not to do this and this and this when you're, and it's only to help you and stuff. Like I came in, I was wearing toenail polish and fingernail polish, and basically when you do wudu, your purification of your body, you have to not have nail polish. That was one thing. So the water can touch all parts of your body, and that was just another thing. And but I still go get manicures and pedicures. I just don't get the polish.
Are you putting the bead below the target or on the target?
On the target.
Put it just a little bit below, because I think you're shooting a little high.
David turned Muslim while he was in the Air Force. From the start, he insisted on doing things by the book. He got a matchmaker to arrange his marriage to Najma, his Moroccan wife. Najma was shocked to discover that David, the convert, was very particular about how a Muslim should behave.
When I married him, he was so strict in so many different things. I had really hard time accepting he's telling me what to do. I was raised as a Muslim. Now he's telling me not to do certain stuff. And when we met, I wasn't wearing my scarf that time. And so I started wearing my scarf.
Well, I asked you before we got married.
Yeah,
I said,
I said I will work on it.
Scarf?
Yeah, I said I will work on it, but I wasn't expecting to start wearing right away. And
I wanted her to wear the hijab. I want to practice the religion properly. And I think to a certain extent maybe I was a little too strict about things, simply because being new to it, I was very zealous.
It was extremely strict.
No, not extremely. No,
I think so. It was very, very strict.
Yasmin, the convert, can spot a Muslim mistake at 20 paces. The women aren't praying shoulder to shoulder, so she makes it her business to set them straight. She believes American converts can have a clearer view of Islam than born Muslims.
I'm not claiming myself to be better than a born Muslim, but basically, because we're studying it for the first time ourselves and we're going straight to the books, we're learning the truth of it, and we're able to know the truth from the false more than sometimes the born Muslim.
I think that we have a unique opportunity to help the people that were born into the religion, to maybe encourage them to go back to the fundamentals of Islam.
Do you want me to do the call to prayer or just
Yeah, do the call to prayer and then be a done.
Meanwhile, Catherine, the new recruit, is being instructed in the art of modesty.
I'm not giving up my identity. I'm not giving up my personality. I'm still the same person inside. I'm just covering up the physical parts,
These are sleeve covers. When you put these on, they cover your arm, and they're really pretty with the lace.
I like the lace.
Yeah.
I personally do like the lace, just because it gives that little femininity right there.
Your clothes are not supposed to be sheer, and they're not supposed to be revealing.
Right.
And then whenever you do your arms up, of course it falls all the way down, and that's supposed to be covered. So that's why you have these.
Okay.
But, that's if you want to. That's
Right.
you feel like is the right time to do it. You don't have to necessarily. It's the good thing to do.
It's good to be plain and simple, but then again, we're females, and we want to be, dressed up or dressed down or, having some kind of coordination. It's just in our nature to do that.
So, if Texans can be Muslim, could America turn Muslim too?
I think the only thing holding back millions more is education. I think America could be a Muslim country, and I think it would be a very good one if it did.
Do you think George Bush would ever convert?
Oh, I rather doubt it. I think it would be great if he did. I think the world would be a lot better off if he did. Maybe we would back off of some of these rather ill-advised imperial adventures overseas. I think in a lot of ways that Islam could save Americans from themselves. Whether it'll happen or not, I don't know.
I think that the American society should not be afraid of what would happen to their country if Muslims were to become the majority in America, because I believe that would benefit America in so many ways.
Hey, you guys come here. What's this green leaf? Abdurrahman, Sissy, who made this leaf?
Look, this is like an elephant.
Who created this, Nene?
Allah.
Allah made this? What about this one? Who made this one? Allah, mashallah. Allah created everything, didn't he?